Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today we're going to be making cranberry sauce. Get you a bag of fresh cranberries in the store, and if you've never made cranberry sauce, this couldn't be any easier. Stick with me and I'll show you how this is made. And if you've never made cranberry sauce and you've seen them in the store but been reluctant to get them and just always bought the can, there's nothing wrong with the canned cranberries, but give this a try. I think you're going to really like it, and it's so easy to make. You're going to be wishing you had done this earlier instead of just buying the canned ones. But we're going to start with, you've probably seen these in the store. These are fresh premium cranberries, and this is the 12-ounce pack. And these I bought last month, and you can buy them and freeze them. I just actually brought them home and froze them. And you can use these fresh or frozen, it doesn't matter. These will keep up for a couple of months in the freezer. So if you go ahead and get them now and they're in stock, and you want to make some for more upcoming holidays, then definitely take these and freeze these, and you've got them next time you need them. So I've just taken them and I have put them into a saucepan here, and I've rinsed them, and I've gone through them to make sure that there's not any bad ones in it, and we're going to put those to the side. Now I'm going to take some oranges. So this is where we're going to get a lot of our sugar from. If you've never had a cranberry and eaten them fresh out of the market, they are very tart, and so we're going to need some sweetener to make it so that we can be able to eat those with our cranberry sauce that we're going to make, or any other kind of cranberry desserts you're going to be making, dips, whatever you make their pies with them. So I've got 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and I have gone as high as 1 cup, but as you're cooking them and we taste it, you can see if you want to add more in it. A lot depends on the berries themselves, if they're tart, how tart they are. I've got some in the years where they were really tart, and then I've got some that weren't. So err on the side of lesser sugar. So I'm going to start with 3/4 this time, and if I need to put another quarter in, then I'll do that. And the oranges too, depending on how sweet the oranges are, they could be, you could get it too sweet. So definitely there's a lot of variables at play in that. So we're going to start with this. I'm going to squeeze out 1 cup of orange juice, and then I've got 3/4 of a cup of my sugar, and we're going to start with that first. So I'm going to go ahead and get my oranges squeezed here. I always give those a roll, kind of to break up some of that pulp on the inside of it. It seems like it goes a little bit easier when you juice those when you do that, so definitely try that. And then I've got this little juicer here that I'm just going to squeeze them in. So I'm going to continue to squeeze these until I get a cup. I might have to get another orange, but we're definitely going to see where we come up with. Now you can use the commercial grade orange juice. Just make sure when you get it that you look at the ingredients on it that they've not added any sugar to it, because then you've got more sugar added into it. This way you can control how much sugar you put into your food, and by using the natural juice and the natural sugars from the oranges, that makes it just a little bit easier. So I'm going to continue to squeeze these. I'll get a cup of orange juice and we'll show you what's going to happen next. I am back, and I did get my orange juice here out of my oranges. I did have to use 5 oranges to get a cup of those, so definitely you want to measure that to make sure that you get your cup of orange juice with that. So we've got everything here. We're ready to go now. We've got our cranberries that we have washed, rinsed, and we've checked them to see if there's any bad ones. We've got our cup of orange juice, and I've got 3/4 of a cup of sugar, but if we need to add more, we sure can. So I'm going to meet you at the stove, and we're going to get this started. All right, we've got our berries in our pot now, and we have added our orange juice and our sugar, and we've got that stirred around there, so we've got that good mix. So we're going to bring this up to a boil. And at this point, we're going to be listening for the berries to pop. They will pop open or burst open. As soon as we get it up to a boil, we're going to turn it down, and we're going to continue to cook these until all the berries have burst open and have released all the pectin inside of the berries. That could take 10, 15, 20 minutes. And at that point, the berries will be cooked down, and it'll start thickening up. The pectin that's in the berries is what's going to thicken up the cranberry sauce. So we'll continue to cook these, and I'll let you see how we're doing as we go. I'm going to grab one of these so I can show you what this looks like when they burst open. You can see that where the side of it's popped open on that. That means we're doing good. All right, so we're going to turn that down, and we're going to continue to cook these until the berries have completely cooked down, which, like I say, could take anywhere from 10, 15, 20 minutes. So I went and grabbed a spoon. I wanted to show you what these look like. They've been cooking for about 5 minutes now, and you can see that they're breaking down very nicely. And that's what we want to see. We want to see all the berries break down. And you can tell by looking at it that it's already thickening up some. And as that continues to cook, it will cook a lot of that liquid out of that. So that's also going to thicken it up also. So we're going to continue to cook these probably for about another 5 more minutes, and we'll take a look at it. So stay with me. This looks fantastic. It's been another 2 minutes here on these, and they are cooking really good, and they are really thickening up. So it's not going to be much longer, and we will have these done, and we'll let more of these berries cook down. All right, my berries look like they are done. I have, as you can see here, they've all cooked down pretty good, and it has thickened up quite a bit. So I'm going to turn the burner off, and I'm going to get me a clean spoon, and I'm going to come back and taste them to see if I need to put any more sugar in it, because this is where you want to add it at this point, because you can add sugar and then turn it back on for, give it a good stir through, 30 seconds to a minute. That'll incorporate all that sugar into it, and then they'll be ready. So let me get me a clean spoon, and we're going to try them. All right, be really careful with this process because this is really hot and you don't want to burn yourself. So let me taste this to see how we're doing with our sugar. All right. I think I am going to add another 1/4 cup of sugar in mine, so that will bring mine up to a full cup. I'm going to turn that back on, turn that back down again, and I'm going to give that a good mix through to get that sugar incorporated all the way through that. Like I said, this is all personal preference. If you like your cranberry sauce a little bit on the tart side, then definitely where I had it was the 3/4 cup there was really good. It's all up to you. This is your recipe, and you know how your family likes their cranberry sauce. If you like the ones in the can, they're probably going to be a little bit more on the sweeter side. So definitely taste it to see if you need to put more sugar in it. Like I said, just let this cook for 30 seconds to a minute. Stir it around, make sure that all that sugar gets dissolved in with your cranberries there. And I want you to look at that. That is really incredible how those have turned out. So they will continue to thicken up too as they cool down. So I'm going to let this cook here for about another 15 seconds and turn it off. And I'll meet you back and we'll transfer it to a bowl. All right, I have my cranberries here and I want you to see how these turned out. These are really nice. I hope you can see those, how that turned out. And I'm just going to take those and I'm going to transfer them to a bowl, and we're going to let these cool down. Now that I've got my cranberries transferred to my bowl, I'm going to let these cool down here. I don't want to put them in the refrigerator yet. I might put them in the microwave just so that they're not out in the open. Let them cool down for about 30 minutes to an hour. Then I'm going to put some saran wrap over the top of them, put them in the refrigerator. You can make these days ahead of time for your holidays. They will hold up very well in the refrigerator for a couple of days before your event. So if you definitely want to do that, that's a good thing you don't have to worry about on the day of the event. And I've also got these little ramekins here. These are little ceramic ramekins. If you wanted to put cranberry sauce in each one of those individually, you can put it at each person's plate, and they can pick out what they want. You can put them in there while it's hot, and then it will set up in the ramekin. So you've got all kind of options of how you can do that. If you're planning a big party, this would be fun to have everybody their own individual cranberry sauce, or you can leave it in a bowl like this. So there we go. This could not be any easier to make. And go out there and get you some whole cranberries and try it this year. See how you like it compared to the cans. I believe you'll like it so much that you won't go back to the cans. And definitely keep a watch on your sugars with the oranges and the tartness of the cranberries, because everything's going to be different. I hope this has inspired you to make some cranberry sauce. And if you like this content, maybe you might want to check out one of these other two over here. You might find something else you like. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.